everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd do a quick card and I wanted to just share with you all how I put this card together. So I'm going to be using this beautiful paper pad from first edition, and it's the Perfect Moments, which I've just done a video on. So if you want to have a look at all the pretty papers that come in this pad, I'll put the link to the last video that I showcased this paper pad in. So I'm just going to get started and show you what I'll be using. So first of all, I have got my card base ready here, and it's a 5.5 by 7 card base, and I've used gold for this card base only because I want to use this Anna Griffin flourish with my card, and I thought it would be just nice to tie it all in with. The papers that I'll be using, I've already trimmed them down just to save some time, and these are the papers. So I'll be using this pretty polka dot pink, and this one is the double-sided one, so I'll be using the polka dot side just to give it a fun element. Then I've got this striped beige and white stripes, and then this beautiful floral one which has got the slight embossing. So I'm going to put it together fairly quickly, and I'll be using some wet glue as well as hot glue for my embellishments and some foam pad just for some layering. So I'm going to put my first piece down with some wet glue. So I'll be using some fabric glue for this, and this is great for paper as well as fabric, and I've just got this at hand, so I'll be using this, and I'm going to put the glue right to the edge because I want it to stick quite well, and this glue bonds really well. So, and I get it from Dunelm's, this glue. I'm just going to centralize it. I love this paper, I love the pinks, they're just like that vintage muted tone, really pretty. The next layer is this layer here, and because I want it to stand out off the page a bit more, I'm going to go around with this Paper Mania pigment based ink, and I'm just going to go and catch the edges like that. You probably can't see it, but it makes a difference. And I'm just going to do all 4 sides. And I want to keep it quite clean looking. I don't want it too, like, you know, overly fancy. I want it quite clean, and I don't want the papers too layered, even though it will be going in a box. And I've had a lot of questions about how do I construct my boxes. On my next video, hopefully, I'll show you what I use. So this layer is going to go on top of this one. Get it as central as you can. And you can see it pops when you've got a darker, slightly darker edge. And then this layer is going to go on top of that one. Excuse me. I can feel my throat going. I think it's this weather, and I've been having loads of like cold icy drinks. I mean, we've had glorious weather recently. In fact, I think we've been hotter than a lot of the countries around the world, which is amazing, and it's just been lovely. But I think because we're not used to this kind of heat, I can feel my throat going. All the cold fan air and the air conditioning at work, and then the cold drinks, I think it's just catching up now. But I'm not complaining because I'm loving the weather, and it's nearly the summer holidays, so planning stuff with the kids, that should be fun. Okay, so these are the layers that are done on the top of the card, and then I'll be using this Congratulations from one of the Anna Griffin collections as well. And I've also cut out a circle from this textured card, so it's got this linen effect, which is lovely, and I'll be kind of using this to break away from all the symmetrical sides. So I'm again going to go in with this ink pad, just lightly catching the edges, and that's going to make it pop a bit more. And this one is going to go on foam pads. So what I want to do before I put this down, I think I want to put this embellishment down. And I think this is a sticker, it is. So I'm going to just take the backing off. I believe it's a sticker. It's from one of those Anna Griffin card kits, and it is a sticker. So it's gonna, even though it's a sticker, I like to reinforce the tackiness with a bit of wet glue, which I will be putting on the back of here, because stickers can dry out over time, and this is going to be a wedding card, so the person is for, hopefully they keep it, and you know, things don't fall off. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit of wet glue to the thicker areas, and I'm going to put this flourish down about here, like that. And then on top of that, before I put my circle die cut down, I'm just going to add a bit of cheesecloth to create a bit of softness, like that. And then I'm going to add a bit more on top of here. Excuse me. So that's going to go on here. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of hot glue, because you're not going to see this anyway. And then on my circle die cut, I'll just add a bit of foam to give me a bit of dimension. So it's not going to be hugely dimensional, and I will be adding some flowers, which will create most of the dimension, but it will fit in a box nice and snug. Okay, and then this is going to sit here, like that. And then I have my sentiment here, but before I put this down, I want to add a bit more cheesecloth, just rough it up, just to again create a bit of softness with the flowers and the sentiment. Again, just going to add a tiny bit of glue here just to hold this in place, and the flowers will grab the rest of it. And again, this is a sticker, so I'm going to just take the backing off. And I love layering papers, especially pretty papers, and it's all very well hoarding papers, but it's nice to see what you've got and use what you've got. So I'm going to put the congratulations in the middle here, and this congratulations has some pink and also the gold. And as for my flowers, I have a pack of Recollections pink flowers here, which I will be cascading around the circle die cut there. So I think I'm going to go in with a few of them. So I'm just going to put them down, get an idea of how I want things, and then get gluing. Maybe something like that. I have got another one of these which I could add behind here if I wanted to, and I think I will, because I want a bit more gold on this edge. I'm going to take my flowers off, and I'm going to just rip this to shorten it a bit more and take the backing off. So always play around before you stick things down, and then probably snip a bit more off. Yeah, and then add a bit more wet glue. Like that. Quite like that. And then my flowers. So thinking about it, I do like the size of this one, but it's a bit too bright, so I'm not going to use that one. So let's see. I'm going to start sticking things down. So let's put this one down first. So I'm just adding the glue to the middle of the flower so I can tuck things around it. Then I'm going to add this one. And you can add glue afterwards as well when you want to just reinforce things. Maybe here. So just stick this one here. You can use whatever flowers you have. I quite like the colours of this pink flowers here in this recollections pack, which I've had for God knows how long. I'm not going to add any more there, but I do have this ivory coloured bow which I want to add probably here on top of that flower. But before I add this, I want to kind of lighten these flowers, so I'm going to go in with some gesso. And all I'm going to do is just take the lid of my gesso pot and then just dab some excess off, and then go in and just lighten the flowers up a bit more, because I think they're, even though this is a lovely shade of pink, I just wanted to mute it down a bit, and it just looks a bit more arty, doesn't it? You don't have to be too neat. Just lightening the flowers in the center of this one, and then just almost dry off your brush. Okay, so that's that, and my bow is gonna go on top of this little flower here, so I'm gonna add a bit of hot glue to the back of the bow and add it here. And that's how that's looking, really adorable. And the only thing left to do now is I think I want to add some pearls to the corners of my card. So I've got some pearls here, and in fact I'm not going to add it to the corners, I'm going to add it to the circular bit here because it looks a bit plain at the moment. So these are half back pearls which have adhesive on the back. I'm just gonna put them quite randomly actually. Probably one on there. That's how that looks, and just give it a little push down. And I'm just thinking, should I add a few coloured ones? Maybe not. I think I'm just going to leave it as it is. And then for the inside, I've got this paper here which is double-sided, so I think I'm going to have the pretty rosy design on top because it just looks a bit more romantic, and as it is a wedding card, I think it'd be quite perfect. That's going to go on there like that. So that's going to be my insert, and here is my card. So just a really quick card, and really easy to put together. You could add whatever embellishments and however you want to lay your papers, you can go about doing that, but I think that's quite a nice striking combination with the gold. Just gives it that modern kind of feel, and I hope whoever receives it is going to be very happy, and I hope they keep it. So I hope you enjoyed this quick card video. Let me know what you think, and have a lovely day whatever you're doing, and happy crafting. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.